Hi YouTube, Introvert Jen again. I haven't posted a video in like a week or two. I'm sure no one's missed me because I don't have that many subscribers, but I'm only going to post when I have something to say, even if the things I have to say are just through facial expressions or sighs or mumblings. If I need to get them out, this is what this channel is for. I'm going to be talking about the death of Amy Winehouse. Saturday morning, I woke up at 11-ish, and, I handled my business in my room and stuff, and then when I finally came out of my room, I hadn't checked my computer yet. I usually check my computer after I'm done reading my Bible, but I didn't. I went up to go get something to drink. My mom goes, Amy Winehouse is dead. And I wasn't shocked, but I also was very sad. I hate to compare it to this, but it's kind of like when you're told that someone you were close to that was old passed. Like, yeah, they're getting old. Yeah, they're at a greater risk of passing, because they're old. But we all know that Amy had a sickness, an addiction, and she just couldn't overcome it. I really wish she could have. I really, 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 really wish she could have, because her voice was such a gift. And I think it opened a lot of people's eyes to a lot of music that they wouldn't have been exposed to normally. When I first heard Amy Winehouse, it was in 2006. I remember I was in one of my roommate's cars, and we were getting ready either to get Jamba Juice or In It Out, and I heard a voice, and it had so much not knowledge, but just, it was such an old soul. Like, this person's been around the block, like they've endured so many hardships. And my friend was like, "Oh, who's this?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Lauryn Hill." I swore I thought it was Lauryn Hill. I was actually hearing the song Rehab. When I found out she was a white girl from London, I was beside myself. I was like, wow, she has a skill. And I didn't really, I downloaded that song, but I didn't really download anything other than that, because I'm really picky about the music I venture into. The next year, I found a friend who was really into her, and she shared her album with me. And I didn't listen to the whole thing. I have most of the songs, but not all of them. And, her voice, I've never been in love, and I've never had my heart broken by a guy. I've had times when guys were really shady to me, but, I've never felt like the pain every girl my age seems to go through, as far as, guys and things like that. So when girls tell me what they're going through, I'm kind of just like, oh, sucks. But when I listened to Amy, I felt like I had been through everything she'd been through. Like, I took that journey with her. Like, I was right next to her as she woke up alone, as she was confronting Mr. Jones, as she went back to black, as her tears dried. Those songs really spoke to me, which is weird. It was like listening to her music was like reading a book. Like, how they always say the movies are better than, books are always better than their movie adaptations, because your mind can wander places that a movie can't. And her songs allowed me to wander places past my situation. So I just thought that she's just amazing. I'm really sad that she couldn't overcome her addiction. I don't blame her. I don't think anyone goes... by now we all know the seriousness of drugs and how they can be addictive, but everyone has their own addictions, whether they be drugs, food, sex, lust, whatever. Everyone has their own dirt, and the fact that she had to die from hers is just sad, because addiction is an illness, it's a sickness, and I think to belittle her death, or to say, oh, well, it's her fault, she shouldn't have tried drugs. I'm pretty sure that she never thought she would become addicted. She would be strung out the way she was strung out. Like, no one goes on drugs saying, hey, I want to be that crackhead that robs people on the corner store. Like, nobody says that. People do it to run away from something. And it's so sad that she couldn't just confront what she was running away from instead of turning to drugs, but that's the way her life went. I really thought she was getting it together, because I'd heard she was doing some movie, not some movies, but some shows, and she was doing really well. I remember the worst I had seen her was when she did Beat It with Charlotte Church, and you couldn't understand what she was saying, and I would watch that performance and laugh, but addiction's not funny. And I still laugh now just because I was thinking about a note she hit that was very off. But she will be dearly missed, and I don't think that anyone can take her place as far as what her voice brought. I mean, I love Adele too, like, don't get me wrong, but there was a temperament, a bass, some kind of soul hitting Amy's voice, and I don't doubt that Adele doesn't believe in what she sings about, and she writes her own songs too, so I don't discredit her saying that Adele doesn't feel to the extent that Amy felt, but when I listen to Adele's songs, I listen to them more for the melody, more for her vocal ability. I don't listen to it for, oh, I'm sad, let me listen to this song. I listen to it, oh, she chose to play this instrument, oh, this is how long she held this note. That's what I get from Adele. And I got something totally different from Amy, which was an attitude, an emotion, sadness, pain, acceptance. It was something totally different. So of course no one's going to replace it. I don't know where Duffy is or what she's doing. I didn't really care for her because I thought she was trying too hard. Yeah, so I'm just sad. I'm not going to be like everyone else who's going to download all the Amy songs. I'm going to keep the ones that I have, and I'm going to slowly discover more. I wish she did more covers, because she did Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow by the Shirleys, and it was the most beautiful rendition of that song I've ever heard. I really wish she would have gotten recorded. Maybe they'll release more, now that she's passed. I'm just glad that she doesn't have to hurt anymore. She doesn't have to shoot up anymore. She doesn't have to do drugs anymore. She doesn't have to have people mock and scorn her anymore, because that wasn't working either. So rest in peace. I know that's something people say, but I'm glad she's at peace. Bye, Amy.